school teacher. Well, he thought he was going to arrange an encounter with a 14-year-old child and the child's mother. Let's put his picture up, full mass. He is now facing the penalty of his monstrous behavior. Kevin Hedrick, 37 years of age, thought he was talking to the mother of a 14-year-old girl while allegedly attempting to arrange for a hookup with them both, okay? The married Ohio high school teacher, however, now faces federal charges because the mother turned out to be an undercover agent. Investigators tracked the school teacher of New Franklin on the app KIK, where he allegedly used the alias Mike Smith, according to an FBI affidavit in support of a criminal complaint. Hedrick thought he was communicating with the 28-year-old mother of 2 underage girls, but he was actually speaking with a US Secret Service agent. The school teacher, a social studies teacher at Medina High School, has been charged in Cleveland federal court with 2 counts of child pornography, receipt of visual depictions of minors engaged in sexually explicit conduct, and enticing or coercing a minor to engage in prostitution or any criminal sexual activity. All right, remember, high school teacher. He's also accused of using the school's district's internet services to access his account, the account he used to engage the mother or the secret agent in this case. According to court documents, where investigators allegedly found hundreds of images of all of these pornographic material, all of this material depicting children between the ages of 7 and 13. Remember, he's a high school teacher. Last October, this same teacher allegedly began messaging with the undercover Secret Service agent in the chat room. It was called Ohio Chastity Key Holders. There he allegedly responded to a chat room post from an undercover agent who was posing as a mother of 2 daughters, aged 5 and 14. When the mother asked the school teacher if he'd like to have sex with her and her teenage daughter, he allegedly responded in the affirmative. He also allegedly told the agent that he never slept with someone underage, but had relationships with 2 students after they finished high school, the affidavit alleges. The school teacher arranged to meet the agent in a hotel room, but he didn't show up. Following the conversations, agents obtained search warrants for his online accounts, including records from his Verizon telephone account and the Medina City School System's internet service provider, through which logins into this other account were found. The records state that this school teacher allegedly sent 54 media files to other users on this account between August and October 19th, and sent or received a total of 719 images and 281 videos, nearly all of which were sexually explicit in nature and largely depicted girls that an investigator estimated were between ages 13 and 19. When later questioned about this message or these messages, the school teacher allegedly said he had, and I quote, fantasized about having sexual relations with the woman and her 14-year-old daughter, but qualified the chats as only descriptive fantasies, the affidavit says. Let's go to the superintendent. This is the city school superintendent, Aaron Sable. Mr. Sable emailed parents that this situation did not directly impact current city school district students or staff. That's what he said in an email. Did you do an investigation, superintendent? What are the results of your conclusive investigation? Because I'm sure there was an exhaustive investigation first before you concluded this, right? The lawyer of the school teacher, Donald J. Mallory, told people that the school teacher Mr. Hedrick resigned as of January 6th and will, and I quote, never teach again. The attorney also stated that his client is currently being held in Youngstown, Ohio Federal Detention Facility, awaiting a January 13th hearing. Now I have a few problems with this, okay? Number one, the superintendent coming out and just saying, hey guys, nothing to see here is a problem. That is a problem. Because without an exhaustive investigation, you do not know. And then also, obviously, how was this able to be done at the school on their servers without detection? There are devices, there's programs we implement for this very reason. All right, thoughts here.
No, I mean, get this man as far away from children as possible. I'm glad that he resigned, but again, there needs to be follow-up. And like our teachers, look, first of all, there's a difference between the sharing of images, which is a crime, and the chatting, which was about to be a crime, and actually committing, being a pedophile, right? An actual pet. But so I just wanna I'm glad that he didn't cross that line, but he needs to face the charges for distributing pornography and also seek major mental health care and a therapist. I guess the last thing I'm gonna say is teachers need to be better vetted and also given trainings. You're in a position of power. You cannot have a romantic relationship with one of your students. Like, hello, can we just come on?
Yeah.
Give them free marital counseling. I don't know. I know I'm gonna get backlash for that, but just.
Yeah, but the school having it on their server means he accessed it at school. He was engaged in this kind of conduct at the actual institution. The fact that the institution, they don't have the software to detect this is problematic. Every school I've worked at, they have this kind of software in order to detect things like this because, well, children are on the campus. That's why they have the software.